Alright, start with you, man. What'd you think?
I mean, it wasn't the best movie ever, but it wasn't the worst one as well. It definitely had some good moments and good scares, and Skarsgård killed it. Acting was good, but the writing suffered a lot, and there were some interesting music changes that happened. That I think should at least be discussed.
Sorry.
Mampton?
Well, I thought overall certain characters and actors did their best, and they made a great attempt. The source material is there, and the way they executed it wouldn't necessarily be the way that I would do it, but as watchability, I'd say it has its merit, at least for mass appeal. There's nods to both the novel and to the previous film adaptations, which you can appreciate. But overall, I think that they have some time to kind of grow into the style. So, they have some maturing to do.
They as in the filmmakers.
Yeah, and I just wanted to make a pun.
Alright, mysterious one in the back seat.
I fucking hated it.
Speak up.
I fucking hated it so much.
Alright,
so much from the beginning.
Give us your thoughts.
To the very end. There was like, no, I hated it all. I was miserable from start to finish. The whole time. I tried so hard to be like, okay, but this, but that, and then like something else would happen, and I'd be like, no, this is fucking stupid for countless reasons. There were some good jokes, which saying that about
Richie killed it.
Movie, yeah, like that's I guess that's the only redeeming thing I can say about it is Bill Hader is amazing, and Richie is great. But even then, what they did with Richie's character was done very poorly. And Bill Hader and Richie were not enough to save this movie or make it enjoyable for me. Beyond, like, little 10-second moments. And hell, even the times that I laughed the most, it was not intentional.
Yeah.
It was really not intentional.
So...
moments of humor.
So, I thought this movie was so dumb and just so ridiculous, but man, was I entertained the whole time. I mean, it flew by for me. Like, how did it feel for you?
It was well paced. Yeah, it didn't feel like 3 hours at all.
I'll be honest, I checked my watch multiple times.
You were just like, God damn, when is this over?
Yes. It felt painful. Like, certain scenes went by a lot faster, but other stuff just like from the opening just felt like dragging.
I've been reading the book lately, so it's like
compared to the book, I'm sure
that's kind of how it goes. It's just like it drags on and kind of is ridiculous as fuck. So it's just
He's a hell of a drug.
I definitely got that impression.
It's just this movie, like the first one is kind of, I think it's like a better like movie, storytelling and cohesiveness and editing and all that jazz. But like this one is just balls to the walls, fucking nuts. Like it's one of the most ridiculous movies I've seen this year, honestly. Like and for that I was honestly really entertained. It
definitely doesn't hold back. It kind of just goes all out.
Dude, they were like, we know we're making money and we're just gonna fucking make the craziest movie we can.
Oh,
God. One thing that really messed with me was...
Oh, speak up, too.
Oh, well, I can't. There's spoilers, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, we're there. Spoilers. That's what we thought of the movie. Spoilers. Continue.
The part, where they're at the sporting event and the little girl goes underneath the bleachers. Her name is Victoria, and so I was like, oh my god, no.
Yeah, and
it was personal hell.
That's a perfect example. It's like the idea of Pennywise like snatching up children in the modern day is cool, but like it's executed so poorly, and like the worst
so
fucking
bad.
parent in the entire world is like her child just walks away. She literally just got done talking to her kid.
Yeah, let's talk about the modern setting, which they do a terrible job of. They shouldn't have said it. Like, they shouldn't have. I mean, I understand they did the
It
whole
was
80s thing in the
2016,
first
did
one.
you notice that?
Yeah, I don't care. It was still, like, recent. Like, I don't care if it's 2016, 2019 is close enough to modern age that, like, all the stuff that they did that was supposed to be modern, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't fucking work. They should have just said it in the 80s.
But
Said the first one in the 50s, and it would have made way more sense.
Nah, but they wanted you to connect with the kids in the 80s and
I
like
know,
have
Finn
those.
Wolfhard, he's in Stranger Things,
want-
and that's in the 80s.
They
and the
want
first
you to
one's in
have
the
those
80s, too.
Goonie feelings, those nice Goonie feelings.
It doesn't fucking work.
I know.
Like, for example, who in modern times just goes, oh, unknown number? I'm going to pick up on the first fucking ring.
I mean, I might do that. I'll hang up. But okay, so what's some constructive or destructive criticism we have?
I think that the music choices were questionable. The soundtrack itself wasn't awful. It was, just a lot of classic, orchestra, swells and concert stuff, and
It sounded
it
pretty
was-
stock shelf to me. Yeah.
it was, it did the job, but there were certain scenes like the like leper vomiting onto Eddie scene where they just switched the music to, I don't remember the song.
Just-
but-
Deadpool.
Yeah, just call me Angel
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah.
What was that? My jaw was dropped,
Yeah.
man. That's what I mean. This movie
Yeah,
just was
it just
stupid nuts.
It goes like crazy far. And yeah, there were some edits as well that definitely felt a little jarring, especially at the beginning. But yeah, it didn't take away too much from the whole movie experience.
What about you, man? Constructive criticism?
I just don't, the creature at the end I thought was just too cartoony.
The fact that it's Pennywise's fucking head on a spider?
Yeah, that
What
was
the
over
hell,
top,
man?
and
I
you
couldn't
take it seriously at all.
couldn't believe that.
It's like a video game character.
I was absolutely shocked that that's what they decided to go with. And at first I was like, okay, he's not done transforming. He's just gonna fuck with them a little. And it's like, nope,
No,
he's
the whole thing.
he's Pennywise with his little poofy poofs and on a spider body, like a crab spider. He's crab people. That's what he is, crab clown.
And I haven't read the book, but the kind of little kind of quest run they had to go on to
Fuck that.
gather
Yeah,
all
that-
those special items,
All
so
bullshit.
that the plot could move forward was
How
definitely
the hell did
interesting.
Bill get that boat back?
It's a magic boat. I don't know. But yeah, all that was bullshit. That's in the book. They do that. They like go off their own, but it's just like there's no specific goal in mind aside from remembering. It's like, hey, go out and remember. But like the movie felt the need to be like, oh, and you got to get the items, and we got to take them here
Yeah, like,
at a specific place and time, and then it's
Yeah, and some of them don't get like old items. Like Richie gets a new token, and Eddie gets a new inhaler.
and the
what
one
now-
dude carried it his
And
whole
then
life.
Mike-
Ben,
How did
Yeah.
Mike find the exact rock? Has he been carrying it around for 27 years?
this is Henry
waiting for
Bauer's
this
bloody
moment?
rock. That was so dumb.
Yeah.
He's proud of it.
Oh, God.
Mike's a serial killer.
What were you gonna say?
Oh,
And yeah, like a lot of them had interesting experiences on their quest, and Richie just like goes to the arcade where he was called gay one time, and
What the hell? You want
Ed
to
just-
play Street Fighter? You fuck what? I'm not gay.
yeah,
What was
and then,
that?
and then just has like an emotional reaction to that, and just like can't can't like be a part of the group, and that's like the plot for a half an hour.
If
So
you want, I can-
themes and meaning. What did people think about themes and meaning? Did you feel they were strong?
I mean, the themes, like they're really, like, there wasn't much. You know, it was kind of they gotta kill the clown, and just they go and do that. There, you know, are some themes of like holding on to your memories and whatnot, but you know, most people are like cherish your memories, even if they involve a murderous clown trying to kill you and your family.
I mean, yeah.
And yeah, you know, they hinted at the orgy more, which is another theme that I don't think is great.
Dude, was it just me, or did they like sexualize Bev more as a 15-year-old than they did her as like a full-grown woman?
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh,
Like-
I also noticed the fact that they went over everybody else's job except for hers.
Yeah,
They're like,
'cause
oh yeah,
she-
she's just married now.
Oh,
the-
we totally did.
And she's got a walk-in closet.
Well, the guy said, you know, you're nothing without me. You know, because
The movie
He didn't
makes
show
sure
up
you know
again.
that.
I thought
You're
I thought he
nothing.
was
Bev
gonna track her
basically
down.
an empty vessel for the next dude.
He was holding her down, you know.
I do think this movie did. I like. One of my problems with the first one is the fact that it doesn't flash back and forth, so it loses the whole theme of looking back on your past and facing your demons and like memory and all that stuff. It's just completely lost in the first one, and in this one they brought it back. However, it's all just shit they made up. It's like, we got a fucking hole in the ground now, and we're gonna be friends in our hole in the ground, and how the hell did we build this? And more drama about I love Bev and Bill loves Bev, he loves her, and just like, I don't know. So I'm glad they did the whole flashback thing, but literally every single flashback scene, nothing was in the book. There were sprinkles of like stuff from the book. What you weigh in on this, Matt? You're the Stephen King
Well, see,
expert.
that little underground foxhole place, that is in the book, and that's where they like smoke themselves out, basically use oxygen deprivation to induce like a trance-like state, and then that's where they see Pennywise come to Earth in prehistoric times, like millions of years ago.
Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
didn't
only
have
Bill
anything
gets to
about the
actually
turtle.
see that, even though Mike tells him that he's going to show everyone.
Right.
And also, it's probably not a good idea to give the people that it's like very clear are seeing things to everybody else. Like after that whole scene in the Chinese restaurant, the hallucinogenic drugs when they're not entirely sure what's going on.
Why is Bev psychic? What is that? What is that shit?
Because she saw
Oh,
the
it's because she
deadlights,
said the
dude.
deadlights. Yeah. That's how they explain.
Is that
So
in
is
the
Richie
book?
psychic
No.
now?
That's what I'm saying. That's stupid. I'm just saying, why include it? It led to nothing. I was like, oh, what's
No,
this
they
whole
can't- they can't
psychic
even
thing gonna build
remember
to?
it because
And they don't explain
to
why.
look at the lights is to like go insane.
Well, I get that, but like, it's. She's like, I've seen us all die. I've seen our deaths, and it's gonna be fucking filled with pain. And
See, that's what makes
Why?
more sense in the miniseries because Stanley is the one who sees the deadlights, and he's the one that ends up killing himself before.
what was with that ending where they try to like
Oh,
redeem
stupid fucking
Stanley? Like, it almost felt like they thought the audience thought less of him because he committed suicide. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
kinda
Like.
Right, yeah.
And so
And
they
that
thought of
is
this
so
long-winded,
fucked
like,
up.
hey guys, I did it to save us.
I know I'm a coward, but hope it helps.
Yeah, it's also really fucked up to frame it that way. Like, oh yeah, this suicide is for cowards, guys. Like that was all the Henry Bowers stuff just made me want to just. fucking-
Henry Bowers was so over the top. It was
and
glorious.
That was the other thing that made it feel like it was supposed to take place in the 80s was the way that they framed like the institution where he
Yeah.
was being held.
They were
And
out
also,
of the
did they just hold his
60s.
car?
His Thunderbird is like his blue
Trans Am.
Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't you gonna say something though, Matt?
I don't remember.
So yeah, fucking directing. It's like writing and directing. I don't know, pretty.
I mean, it seemed like the actors were directed well. You know, like the characters that they were playing were really spot on. And you know, like I said, Skarsgård killed it. He did excellent with
He
the
wasn't
majority
in
of his
it
line
enough for
delivery.
me.
That's a big complaint I have as well. He definitely didn't have as many iconic appearances as Tim Curry does in the miniseries.
I mean, Tim Curry's in it very little too, but he just makes a bigger impression,
that's
I
what I
guess.
mean, yeah.
Like,
Also, I guess they realized in this one that, oh shit, we shouldn't have done what we did with Mike in the first one. And here he is just the character he actually is established as in the books and
Yeah, they
the
just like
miniseries.
pretend like it.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
idea why
He
they
has
did
the
that.
book that
Yep.
is established in the first one that Ben is reading and teaching them about. Like, they're like, oh, fuck the, like, we'll just mention his parents dying in the fire, which actually, like, happened.
no, they were
So-
crackheads in a
But
hotel room in this one. That's so whack.
That. Yeah, they add that little detail, and it's like, that feels a little bit racist, guys. And
When they're alive in the book.
Yeah.
it's because
They're not
it's a
even
whole
dead.
different.
He teaches him. He passes on the legacy. It's amazing. It's my favorite part of the book.
Like, yeah, his parents are like historians and shit. Like, it's,
And yeah, I think the writing was not very great, but the actors did what they could with it.
Yeah, I love when Bill fucking grabs that kid and is just like, "You fucking stay away, stay away!" Just like,
And then
yeah,
he chased
and
him
that,
to
also,
the
yeah,
fair.
guys. Bill's not gonna go back to his normal life now. He's pretty much he's gonna get convicted for the murder of that kid. Because guess what? Everybody saw him frantically screaming and running after
this
that
movie
kid.
killed 2
running
kids. I
into
was so
the
proud.
fun
Yeah,
house.
it did.
And then the kid turns up dead. Who the fuck do you think is gonna go to jail for that murder?
No, yeah, the kid.
gotta be Bill.
The kid literally yells like, "Stop following me!" It was hilarious.
It's
I
like,
couldn't
oh,
tell
yeah, Bill,
if
Bill,
they
you're going
purposely
down.
wanted it to be.
You're going to jail.
Oh my god, there were a lot of hilarious moments like that. Was it me or was everybody just so intense? Like, fucking Mike is like throwing shit and just like, "We gotta do this," and like Bill's like shaking kids on the street, and Eddie's a dick. Like, Eddie's like fight, like they call fucking Richie trash mouth. Eddie is the one who's constantly like, "Fuck you, you goddamn prick."
Yeah, exactly.
And like the whole
Like, he
movie.
just like hides behind the curtain and then he stabs him. That was awesome.
I don't know. I thought that was weird. He gets stabbed in. Did he get stabbed in the face?
He
in the
got
book?
Yeah, it was like
book?
not in the book. I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
It
I
was.
thought it was just Mike.
It was just weird because Mike actually gets stabbed, so they don't stab Mike, but they stab
And then
Eddie.
he's,
him
like,
in the
rest of
face,
the movie.
and yet, in none of those fucking gay bashers can be killed. Like,
Mike gets stabbed.
he
and
deserved to
he's-
die.
And one of them was a kid. You couldn't have killed the kid, Pennywise.
Yeah, it's
God
like,
damn it, be consistent.
here's what you get, you little shit.
But
All right,
no.
cinematography.
I thought it was shot well.
I did too. I thought it was really beautiful. Way better than the first one.
Yeah, it looked good. Everything was nice.
Except
and
for all the
focused.
flashbacks, they were a little soap opera-y.
I mean, yeah, I thought that I felt it worked.
What'd you
I liked
guys
the
think?
flashback.
The bad CGI could have distracted.
Yeah,
me.
CGI wasn't the best.
And a lot of the lighting,
It wasn't the
because
worst.
of the CGI, like with a lot of the lighting effects were created by the CGI. It was like hard for me to really appreciate the cinematography.
The face warps were where it looked the worst to me, where they tried to warp Skarsgård's face or something like that. It looked, a little like plastic and rubbery. But
Yeah, way too much CGI on his face a lot. What was with that fucking ending where he's a stupid little like
Little pump.
big and he's like no.
I did like the scene where we get to see Skarsgård without the makeup.
That was
on.
brilliant, yeah.
I was really glad that they took that chance to show what he looks like and let audiences connect the actor to the character who happens to be behind a mask. And yeah, it was done very well.
In the lack of eggs. I wanted there to be eggs.
Eggs? What do you mean?
I wanted there to be eggs.
I'm afraid I don't read you.
Pennywise is a female and
Oh, the eggs in the cave. Oh, you're right, dude. Man, that is disappointing.
It's when you find out it's a female because there's all these eggs. You're like, what the fuck? And like,
No, it's a clown spider. It's. Sorry, continue.
no, yeah. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's weird. The movie kind of mixes like supernatural with alien type stuff.
It did. It definitely did have like kind of an alien feel to it.
There were many times I was like, "Yep, I've seen Alien."
Yeah.
The Thing, the blatant
yes,
thing.
the Thing.
Jinx.
I got that for sure on that scene with Stanley's head.
And there's a lot of like referencing, like, you've seen this movie. Right?
Carrie and what's it called? Poltergeist. Carrie and
Yeah.
Poltergeist with the house caving in. Fucking. What about sound design? You're the sound man. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was decent, honestly. A lot of the sounds they had were pretty good. You know, they were used in the right way. You know, there was some, like, the jump scares could have been better in terms of sound and whatnot, but everything was nice and level.
Yeah, you could, like,
And,
connect to them.
You know, the actual, like, making of the sounds for the different creatures were, you know, I felt were decent. It all worked.
What about you two? Any cool sound design things or?
No, just sometimes the like, ooh, it's gonna be spooky now bits are like way over the top on the like the speaker almost sounded like it was gonna blow a couple times.
It was kind of like a video
It's
game.
like, oh, it's like, oh, we get it. Jump scare.
What about set design? I thought the set design was good.
Yeah,
Like, I thought
yeah.
all the sets were really good. Right? What about you, Sydney? That's one thing you think you could agree on, right?
No.
You don't think
They're average.
you don't think the sets
They're
were good?
It's like
You're like
First of
basic.
all, like not only is it basic, but it's like it's supposed to take place in like I don't.
Yeah, she mentioned that.
They don't take advantage of like the modern setting at all, and when they attempt to, like in the beginning with showing everybody stuff, it's like, this just looks like a vaguely upgraded version of what the miniseries did. Like,
Why is the town empty? I didn't understand that. It's completely empty every
Also,
time they're
like, it's,
down
like,
there as
weird,
adults.
it weirdly has big businesses in one scene, and then it's tiny in another, and it's like.
There was a pretty good amount of people when Richie sees Pennywise for the first time at the arcade, or I don't know if it's the first time, but when he's riding the balloons up and it's cutting back and forth, there's people in the background like doing like a weird kind of leaning back and forth.
The Paul Bunyan scene was the moment I realized just how nuts this was. I was like, this is straight out of the book. This is one of those scenes you read and you're like, they would never attempt to shoot this. And they did.
Yeah, dude.
And
Chapter 2, The Attack of Paul Bunyan.
It just, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing I enjoyed about it. Costumes. What about that, Sydney? Nothing? No. They were...
What about them? They were wearing clothes. Whoa!
How would you have costumed it if you were doing the show?
I wouldn't have.
There you go.
Theater presentation. I thought the audio on the voices was kind of quiet. Anyone else notice that?
I didn't have many issues with it at all.
Yeah.
It seems balanced, but yeah.
So fucking. Is there any last minute rants and tangents anybody want to go on?
I felt like Harley Quinn at the beginning during the Birds of Prey little promo summed it up best. I'm fucking sick of clowns.
Hey.
Hey, that's not very nice.
Hey.
Yeah, because we still gotta go watch Joker.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing Joker. I already know that I will be miserable.
And you're amongst
That demographic.
clown folk. By the way, what's
cinematic clowns. How about that?
Okay, cool. Yeah, cinematic clowns. So why I hated the whole like clown.
That was so
Clown.
stupid.
That was like
They were varying it at first and like saying all this shit to him, and then they were just like clown over and over again. It's like, yeah, you realize that a lot of people still find clowns scary, right? Right?
you're just a stupid clown. What? How hurtful!
Like,
I'm gonna shrink now.
like that was the word. Like they couldn't have told him that he wasn't scary or something.
Send in the clown.
Like, we're not afraid of you. Isn't that basically what they use in the first one and in the
It was
miniseries?
just like the
Like,
yeah.
That's how they
And
make him
so-
feel small, is by not being afraid of him, and instead in this they just like yell clown at him until he
And
shrinks.
they finally do the ritual of chewed, and
Bullshit.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, that
And
was
they
like-
went
that
through
was
extra
stupid.
bullshit to do it.
And they frame Mike as a liar
And
about
it
it.
works.
Yeah,
in
what
the
the
book.
fuck was that villainizing Mike?
Yeah,
I was
they're
like,
you lied to
stop!
us again.
It's
like, when did he lie before?
Yeah. Yeah, when exactly in the 5 lines he had in the previous film.
They didn't.
And he didn't lie at all. He's been the only one telling them the truth the whole of the rest of this film.
You lured us
beforehand.
here to kill this day. You lied to everyone.
Except it's literally like.
No, I told you that's what we're gonna do.
That's what we were doing. And also, what the fuck is with Bill being like, "Oh no, guys, I'm gonna peace out and gotta do this on my own," when he's the one that made them swear the fucking blood oath in the first place to
That was
stick
dumb.
together and come back.
All
Was
right.
it just me, or did he like cut their hands like unnecessarily deep?
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
He
he
was like,
did.
Oh, I hated the Stanley when he cut himself. It showed Bill cutting, and that it like implied that was the last thing he thought
that
about.
made me so fucking
And it's like
uncomfortable
the
when
last
they
thing
commit
he
suicide.
the last thing he thought about should have been like Pennywise, like or the reason, or the deadlights, the reason he doesn't want to go
Deadlights, yeah, something.
back, not like, remember when Bill made me promise? Yeah, I'll just kill myself now.
I would have liked to have seen Pennywise like eating their soul, because he eats like their flesh, yes, but he's also eating their soul. That's part of like, why he.
I feel like if they filmed that
like
though,
a Death Eater.
this director already seems a little derivative, and they probably would have gotten into
What
mentor territory with them.
what as a Stephen King fan, what did you like hate the most, Matt? Like, what just irked you?
Well, I just keep seeing this pattern. They could easily link, each movie together subtly, because they've done like Dark Tower movies. They've done several movies that are subtly linked through whatever means through the Stephen King universe, and it'd just be very easy to do, and they just keep not doing that. And I just think it's a mistake on their part, but that might be in their contract. Stephen King's probably like, no franchise.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm pretty sure like the rights to Stephen King stuff is all studio by studio. Like they have to go to him, and it's so.
He had a larger cameo.
Stephen King cameo, and then I want to go over trailers. Just a small thing where we talk about trailers.
Okay.
Stephen King cameo. Okay, he makes fun of his own writing with the whole like, oh, you can't finish an ending. But they also are like, ooh, our ending kind of sucks. Let's make jokes about it, like 4 or 5 times. Because that hit me. Like the third one, I was like, is this ending gonna suck? And this is like meta, and the ending did suck. What do y'all think?
Well, the whole movie sucked.
But didn't the ending in particular?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Stephen King's writing style to begin with. So and Stephen King always likes to write himself into his shit. So, like, it's like, oh, I get it. You're in a scene with Bill. Your character's stand-in because he's the writer. I get it. Oh, great job, Stephen King. And you get to insult him as the writer because it's kind of like tongue-in-cheek.
Hey,
you're talking to yourself.
he's old.
I don't fucking care if Stephen King's old. He can still suck.
I know.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
What did you think, Matt, of the Stephen King cameo?
I thought it was nice that it was more lengthy than it usually gets. I mean, we saw him in the Castle Rock television show as like a dead body.
What'd you think?
It was better than the cameo in Glass.
He had a cameo in Glass?
No, Shyamalan's cameo.
Oh my god. Shamalama Ding Dong. Fucking. That was so bad. What was
Okay,
that?
I'll give it that.
All right.
He's less self-indulgent in his cameos than M. Night Shyamalan.
I don't know. Stephen King's cameos are definitely like, hey guys.
It's me.
I wrote this. But,
Yeah, but he doesn't call himself a prophet.
okay, so. Trailers. Hustlers.
I'll see it.
Yeah, I'll see it. I don't know about theaters. What do you two think?
I'm not a huge fan of, the glorifying, like, prostitutes and whatnot.
They're not prostitutes, they're strippers.
Okay.
Glorifying men paying women for sex.
Yeah,
They're not
basically,
paying
or
them for sex.
or attention in general. So yeah, it'll be cool. People can watch it, but I'll probably pass on that one.
What do you think, Matt?
It looks alright. If it hits on like Amazon Prime or something, maybe
Yeah,
in a
that's
few months.
kind of how I am. What else was there in the trailer department?
That underwater movie, which I only want to see T.J. Miller's death scene.
T.J.
And
Miller
that's it?
underwater. Oh, that alien ripoff type
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. All I can remember are all the shots from Alien.
Yeah, that one was definitely alien inspired for
I
sure.
want to see Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, Dr. Sleep.
Doctor Sleep intrigues me, but I don't know.
Every time I see the trailer, I like it less. It just makes me appreciate The Shining more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I mean, the best shot in that trailer is the Kubrick shot from The Shining.
I know,
so-
right? That
it's
is
just
pretty
like,
bad.
now I just want to watch The Shining. Thanks.
I think it's odd that they're like connecting it to The Shining because The Shining differs so much from the book and Doctor Sleep follows the book, so it's like, but this one is definitely like heavy on the no, this is a sequel to The Shining.
Right.
And I'm just kind of surprised. What are your thoughts on that, Matt?
I don't know how it's gonna turn out. It could be really good. It could be really bad.
You're stoked for it though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna go watch it.
Hell yeah. No, I'll see that in theaters. Just to hear The Shining music really loud.
Yeah, exactly. Go see The Shining in theaters again.
We did, and it was awesome. Twice.
I know, I was there.
Yeah. What other trailers were there?
It's fucking shit.
Oh, Christopher Nolan's new movie.
Oh, yeah.
What was up with that? I was like, damn.
The
And
teaser.
it's shot in 70mm, and like it's some spy thriller or something. I don't know what the hell it's about, but I'm like, Christopher Nolan plus 70mm equals, I'll see it.
Yeah, I'll
That Harley Quinn trailer came out of nowhere. Apparently it's not online. I mean, I'm sure they're like bootleg versions, but it's only being released in theaters.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoked for that one.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
So Joker, I'm hesitant. I think it might not be great, but I'll definitely watch it. I love the Joker. I love the character. You know, I love
And
clowns.
It's not the fucking. It's not. It's the Joker is not a relatable, everyday guy. It just like looks like it's like taking so many fucking damaging. It's too long to get into.
What do you think, Matt?
Well, I can tell what Joker he's based on.
Which one?
The Killing Joke, where he tells Batman the story about how he became who he is.
Yeah, I don't know about Joaquin Phoenix. I don't really like his laugh and stuff.
It's definitely gonna be like a real.
He looks damn good. Like the suit looks good. Like the makeup looks great. The hair's good. Like it looks well shot. It looks pretty, but it's just like I don't know. I'm not too intrigued by his like I'm a poor comedian, boo hoo,
And he's dealing with
and
Batman's father.
my mom, and he was my new girlfriend, and it's the king of comedy. Here's Robert De Niro. I don't know.
Except the king of comedy if he became like a mass shooter.
I mean, he kidnapped someone and shit. But I don't know. I'm hesitant. I'm gonna watch it, but if it's not good, I won't be surprised.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I will watch it to to understand and properly develop a criticism of it after it's come out on video. Not seeing it in theaters. Because I can already tell that it's the kind of film that I'm going to sit through feeling just uncomfortable and pissed off the whole time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
For like multiple reasons.
So is that it? Or?
Yeah, I think that's it. Smash like, hit subscribe.